Hello, my name is Mike Gibson, and you're watching the program Capital Ideas Life. In the international ratings of digital transformation, Moscow is in the top 20 among the 100 largest cities in the world. Today, in the Russian capital, almost everything can be done online. Access to public services, making a doctor's appointment, or parking a car. Artificial intelligence is being actively introduced into the urban environment. What was shown yesterday in films about the future has now become a part of everyday life in Moscow. In this program, we will tell you how smart city technologies work in this city and how they develop and help the residents of Moscow.
In today's episode, smart city technologies in Moscow. What is a smart city and why do the residents of the Russian capital need it? How do technologies and artificial intelligence manage traffic in the city? Which digital services are available to Muscovites today? We are going to answer these and other questions about the smart city in our program.
We decided to start the program about technology at the main exhibition site of the Soviet Union. Today, it continues to show the achievements of the domestic economy, including modern technologies. Behind me is the Smart City Pavilion, which is a platform that presents innovations and electronic services that the Moscow government is implementing for the convenience of its residents. Let's go inside and take a look.
The Smart City Pavilion is a unique platform where you can get a feel for the most exciting technologies that have already become part of the city's infrastructure. It was opened in 2016. Over the course of 4 years, about 400,000 people have visited the pavilion.
At our pavilion, we've created an exhibition in such a way that we talk about the technologies in an environment familiar to city residents. We talk about the technologies that we see in the streets of our city. By visiting our exhibition, you will even learn about services that you could not have imagined existed. For example, many residents will learn that having given birth to a baby in Moscow, you can plant a tree free of charge in any park in the capital approved for this purpose.
A special interactive route has been developed for the visitors. Each stop on the route is a technology that helps make life in the city more comfortable. It all begins in total darkness in a hall with a panoramic screen where the guests learn interesting facts about Moscow. Then the visitors find themselves at the main exposition where they have to complete several tasks. The first one is to cross a pedestrian crossing properly.
In a smart city, we also cross the street at which light?
Green.
Correct. Pay attention to the additional display. This helps to remove temporary signs in the street and focuses on the traffic lights. But that's not all. Smart traffic lights will have protective functions. Just take a look. What's most important is that there will be a laser net here, and cars will simply not be able to drive on. It will see bright stripes in front of it.
At the exhibition, you can try not only being a pedestrian, but also a driver of an unmanned vehicle driving through the center of Moscow. The transport of the future utilizes artificial intelligence and machine vision. This allows it to analyze the situation on the road no worse than a human being.
Pay attention to how your car assesses the vehicles driving in front of you. For example, our machine vision has identified an obstacle on the right side, while the computer vision has spotted, just take a look, oops, it has cut you off, but you are not injured, you're okay.
There's a total of 6 main expositions at the pavilion. In addition to transport, the visitors can learn how to minimize the consequences of fire or flood using smart sensors, or how to become an active citizen and help the city fix its problems.
How does this portal work in real life? In real life, city residents take pictures of these kinds of breakdowns and send them to the Our City portal. The Our City portal processes the request and sends an expert to fix the issue. The whole process takes up to 8 days.
Pavilion is not only an exhibition, but also one of the largest parks in Moscow. But what is a modern park? This is not just a place where you can come for a walk with your family, relax and enjoy fresh air. Today, this is a high-tech space, which means that the park can literally become a fully operational office. In fact, I need to do some work.
The park has everything you need for work: quality mobile communications and free city Wi-Fi. Let's try to visit the site Mos.ru. This is a kind of search engine. Here you can learn absolutely everything about life in the capital. Also, Mos.ru offers digital services. Now residents no longer need to visit branches of the My Document centres to have their issues settled. Everything can be done online. Experts estimate that moving the centre of public services, My Documents, to the online mode collectively saves Muscovites about 100 million hours per year.
The portal offers more than 360 services that can be accessed online. Among the most popular are creating an electronic medical card, making an appointment with a doctor, as well as sending domestic meter readings and paying for water and electricity. Now, I want to check if I have any unpaid fines.
You simply need to enter information about your vehicle and driver's license. The portal will instantly show you the list of violations and display which fines you have already paid and which you have not. In order to receive services online, all you need to do is register on Moscow's main site.
Mos.ru can also be useful for entrepreneurs. More than 20 online services are available here. In the first 6 months, the portal was used by more than 20,000 companies in the capital.
Here, Moscow businessmen can file a request for subsidies or obtain permits. Also, Moscow has a portal called Our City. It allows Muscovites to report issues online concerning public utilities in their district, apartment block, or entrance to the apartment block, and to get them fixed properly. Here you can also see real-life examples of how city services are provided.
Online services are available not only via a computer, you can also do everything you need with your smartphone. For example, in the Moscow Transport app, you can see the movements of public transport online, set a route for a walk. You can even top up your travel card.
The Moscow government has several apps that are intended to help residents. For example, using the Active Citizen app, Muscovites can take part in voting on key issues, from transport to upgrading, healthcare and education. Moreover, they can earn points for being active and spend them in shops and restaurants.
In fact, the smart city can be presented as a set of several platforms that manage the city's infrastructure. In general, the implementation of these platforms results in the creation of a single center that controls the city's infrastructure. This helps optimize the large-scale processes that take place in cities. We know that cities consume up to 80% of all resources in the world, while occupying 2% of the inhabited land. Consequently, the smarter we allocate these resources and organize this work, the better standard of living will be enjoyed by city residents. We reduce traffic load. We smartly regulate energy flow. As a result, people spend less time getting to work or booking appointments at health institutions. In general, life becomes easier and simpler. Juniper Research estimates that this will help people save up to 3 weeks of their life per year.
However, a smart city will not function without fast internet. This is the reason why Moscow is actively implementing 5G. 5G is a new generation of mobile networks. Its key advantages are high speed, which are about 60 times faster than 4G. Also, 5G minimizes the delay of the signal and has higher throughput capacity.
We signed a cooperation agreement with the Moscow government in June 2019 at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. Under this agreement, our company intends to invest some 20 billion rubles by 2023. This will cover the development of 5G technology, smart city, IoT, Internet of Things, and all innovative technologies related to augmented reality and extended reality. In fact, we have serious work ahead of us.
5G will operate in Moscow using the existing infrastructure. This is 65,000 kilometers of underground fiber optic communication lines. In fact, the amount of cables buried beneath the city could wrap around the equator 1.5 times.
Covering Moscow with the 5G network will probably take 2 to 3 years. We are at the pilot stage of the project when we are testing the technology. During testing, the peak speeds were more than several gigabytes per second over a wireless network. We are very happy to have the VDNH Exhibition Center as our partner. At VDNH, we launched the 5th generation network technology. In August 2019, we presented several practical examples of using the 5G technology.
One of the most relevant areas for using next generation networks is smart transport. The 5G technology will integrate road cameras, road markings, user devices, and vehicle multimedia systems into a single infrastructure. These are just some examples of using the 5G technology in the city traffic. Overtaking a vehicle by moving into the lane of the oncoming traffic is one of the most dangerous maneuvers on the road. With 5G, you'll be able to see the situation on the road through the eyes of the vehicle in front of you. Due to the high data transfer speed and prompt response, a picture from the front camera on another vehicle will be broadcast to the car's screen in real-time mode. The driver will be able to assess the situation on the road ahead of him, calculate the right time to maneuver, and overtake. Here's another example, driving through a pedestrian crossing with limited visibility. For example, when part of the road is not visible because of a bus. In this case, road cameras using neural networks will detect potential danger and warn the driver of the threat. According to the estimates made by MTS experts, if 80% of vehicles are equipped with such systems, the number of road accidents involving pedestrians and cyclists could be halved.
Besides the 5G technologies we are working with, we also use other technologies. For example, there's a pilot project running in Zelenograd whereby we test smart metering technologies. They work on the basis of GPON technology. In fact, they collect all data on the electricity consumption in tenants' apartments and transmit it to Mosenergosbyt. By doing so, we automate the whole process that people do manually in everyday life by filling in the data on the site and taking readings. We are speeding up this process.
Another service that's very useful for motorists is the Moscow parking app. I just parked my car, picked up my smartphone, and the service itself determined where I am and how much my parking place costs. All I have to do is push the button and I can go about my business. Now I'm back, I can end my parking session and drive off.
There are over 7 million cars registered in Moscow, of which more than 3 million drive along the streets of the city every day. In order to make traffic in the city more comfortable and safe, the Traffic Control Center, or TCC, is up and running under the Moscow government. It controls the situation on Moscow roads using various digital devices.
We are now at the main monitoring unit of the TCC. This is the place from which the situation in the city is monitored. That is, we can see traffic in the city and make management decisions in order to improve traffic. First and foremost, this is controlling traffic lights and resolving emergencies or extraordinary situations. We have traffic monitoring systems deployed throughout Moscow. Firstly, these are radio location detectors. Secondly, these are the cameras that issue tickets for violating traffic rules, detect traffic and transmit data, and show how many cars move in a certain direction. In addition, we receive data from trackers of ground passenger transport, taxis, and shared cars. All of this gives us a very accurate picture of traffic. Consequently, we can make effective management decisions. In fact, all our systems, in one way or another, have certain intelligence. There's no system like Skynet from the Terminator. But there are many efficient systems that allow removal of routine functions, conserve human labor, and transfer it to truly intellectual tasks.
The main traffic control element is traffic lights. There are about 3,000 intelligent traffic controllers installed in Moscow. Smart traffic lights are a system of detectors and sensors that analyze the situation on the road and change their modes of work accordingly to manage traffic.
How do smart traffic lights work? Under the asphalt are installed sensors that can determine the flow density and the type of vehicles. If it's public transport, the system will give it priority. For example, here, green lights can be switched by approaching trams, and the sensors are located between the rails.
According to the Traffic Control Centre, smart traffic lights have made public transport in the city 20% faster. While earlier only one bus could pass the intersection in 2 minutes, today it allows up to 4 buses. Moscow's traffic is pendulum style. This means that in the morning everybody is going to the centre, and in the evening people are driving back. The traffic lights control system knows about this. Therefore, it gives priority to traffic flows in one direction or another at the right time. Another element of the system is information boards. They warn traffic participants of traffic congestion or accidents, propose detour routes in advance before a car gets stuck in a traffic jam. This prevents severe traffic congestions and stabilizes the situation on the roads.
We are talking about the creation of one of the most functional, modern, and intelligent transport systems. It will help to significantly reduce the number of accidents and increase the speed of transport in the city. It will also decrease the number of fatalities and accidents on the roads, and overall, it will improve the efficiency of traffic flow. After all, just several years ago, Moscow was a champion in traffic jams. And today, we are proud to say that the city has moved down to 13th place. Some people say it holds 19th place. We're hopeful that this trend will continue, but we should, by all means, take into account the fact that when Soviet architects were developing the general plan of Moscow development, they couldn't imagine that the road network would be able to accommodate 6, 7, or 8 million vehicles.
One of the suppliers of innovative solutions to the city is Citronix. It's a high-tech company owned by Sistema, a Russian joint stock financial corporation. Citronix is involved in the creation and implementation of comprehensive digital solutions for business and the state.
We've arrived at a company that develops digital platforms. Technology begins here in the entrance. Employees don't need a car to get into their office. Just go to the entrance, a camera will recognize you, check your temperature, and open the turnstile.
This system not only provides access control and measurements of body temperature at the building entrance, but also saves time. According to Citronix estimates, the system can save about 300 hours a year for a company of 100 people. However, this is not the company's key development. Among its technological innovations is a panoramic camera with ultra-high image quality.
Our panoramic camera is a unique solution. Today, there are no analogous cameras in Russia or anywhere else. Panoramic cameras usually have good quality near the edge, but not in the center. Fisheye cameras are the opposite. They have bad quality near the edge and good quality in the center. We've managed to strike a balance as a result of a holistic approach. We ensure good image quality both in the center and near the edge. The first benefit of our solution is that it can be implemented without breaking the architectural design. The second advantage is that we can replace several cameras with one, and therefore cut implementation costs. By receiving an image from one camera, we can solve several tasks at once, such as safety, convenience, cleaning control, and garbage pickup.
The panoramic camera has already been tested this winter on an ice skating rink in the Pavilion park. With the help of 5G provided by MTS and high image quality, artificial intelligence assessed the situation on the ice skating rink every half a second. It determined the level of comfort for skating on the basis of the number of visitors. It also determined the average and maximum speed of movement, and even the frequency of falls and predominant color of clothing. Another project, which is being implemented in Moscow, is a federal program called Clear Sky. Its main goal is to remove wires and overhead power lines and bury them in special underground tunnels. As a result, looking upwards in the street, you'll never again see intricate patterns formed by the wires. But how can communication modules, internet transmitters, and the whole technological infrastructure installed on the poles be moved underground? By replacing regular poles with smart ones. All the necessary smart city systems are already integrated in smart poles, from video analysis to electric transport charging units. The built-in artificial intelligence can detect intruders, identify abandoned or lost items, and alert the police.
A smart city is a whole eco-environment. The main tasks of a smart city cannot be easily completed. Seoul is a good example. Seoul, which is practically on par with Moscow, is developing a security system as well as intelligent transport and information systems. It also implements an end-to-end data exchange from residents to decision makers who are in charge of managing and developing the city. My favorite example in Seoul, which has also appeared in Moscow, is an app where you can see your cold and hot water consumption and take part in a competition. In the community of your apartment block, you have a rating showing your energy and water consumption efficiency.
Today, Russian developers of biometric systems are the world's leaders in this area. In the latest ranking compiled by the American National Standards Institute, Vision Labs, also owned by AFK Sistema, ranks #1 in the world. Today, it is testing face recognition technology to pay the fare in the Moscow metro.
In fact, it can become a very convenient solution. There's a mobile app which you can download, get registered, and link your credit card. When you pass the sensor, the money is withdrawn automatically. You don't have to touch your card to the reader. This is very relevant in today's COVID environment. It works quickly, taking no more than 2 seconds.
To pay your fare, you simply need to enter the turnstile and look at the camera. The system recognizes the passenger's face, opens the doors, and withdraws the required amount for the ride from your credit card. You don't need to have a Metro Pass or a bank card. Also, the data received by the cameras will analyze the level of metro passenger traffic and report traffic jams in the mobile app.
In Moscow, we've tested the app at 4 metro stations. The results were quite positive. We expect this system to be put into commercial operation next year. For example, passengers will be able to use 2 of the end turnstiles using the face recognition app.
There's no need to worry about the safety of personal data. The system won't remember your appearances and won't be able to leak this data. It recognizes a person's face only as a sequence of digits. This is a cipher that makes it impossible to recover a photo or get access to personal data.
New technologies are constantly appearing in Moscow that makes people's lives more comfortable and safer. The government has a strategy for the development of the capital called Smart City 2030. According to the plan, in 10 years, technology and artificial intelligence will permeate all areas of Moscow's life, from the urban environment to the work of the digital government. I really want to see the city of the future, but we'll have to wait. My name is Mike Gibson, and this was the program Capital Ideas Life. See you in a week.